Hi, good afternoon. It's Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady, and I am here today to talk about what you do if you get an investor offer. Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at eXp Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate. A couple ways that investor offer could come over. Now, they could be just knocking on your door, they could be calling you, or they could be mailing you as well. You might also get investor offers when you have your home listed. So let's talk about the first part. In Phoenix right now, we have limited inventory. So everyone is looking for a property to buy, or real estate agents are looking for properties to sell. So there's just not enough homes to feed the appetite of the buyers, if you will. So we have tons of buyers and not enough houses. So a lot of people are getting these investors coming to their door, or calling them, or emailing them, and even mailing them letters. So here's what you need to focus on if you find yourself thinking at all about selling to an investor. Number one, you should have a real estate agent. A lot of these investors are very experienced on how to get themselves as much money as they can in their pocket and strip you with as much as they can. So that leaves you with not as much. Hi there, I'm Kelley Norton, the AZ Realty lady, and thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell, and that will let you know when I drop new videos. Also, I would love feedback on any other videos that you may want me to make. So feel free to comment here if you have any other topics that you're interested in learning more about in the Phoenix metropolitan or Arizona area in general. Thank you so much. Take care. So you really need to have your own representation to know exactly what you're stepping into and to know the ins and outs of the offer, and then also know what your rights are, and to make sure that you're not leaving money on the table. There's different types of investors. You have investors that have larger margins, so they might have where they want to make 20% or 25% on every single deal that they do. Or you might find kind of a smaller time investor like myself, where the figures can be much smaller because that's not my only mainstream of income. So I can make a lot less on it, which puts more money in the other person's pocket. You also have homeowners that would buy your property and actually give you a decent price for your home in this market, and they'll do the fixing up and everything themselves. So don't be afraid to list your property with a real estate agent and shop the market to see what kind of investor offers are we going to get. And you'd be surprised, in this market you might actually get an offer that's from a homeowner that is going to do the sweat equity themselves. And that's ideal. And we see that all the time in this market because there's nothing else to choose from. So normally what you might think is, gosh, that's $30,000 in upgrades that my house would need. I'll just sell it to the investor and be done with it, so I don't have to fix anything or do anything. I'm just going to be done. So that is what a lot of people think. But the homeowner that is desperate for a home and they're trying to buy a home and they can't find anything, a lot of times they're okay. They're okay with walking into a home and needing to fix it up a little bit, even $20,000 worth of fixing up. A lot of the times, that's their only option in the market. So don't worry about your things that you need to fix up in the house. You can still try and get it to sell, and you don't have to settle for that low investor offer. So another thing to think about when you have that investor knock on the door is that they're pretty smart, right? So you may have an investor that realizes you've lived there for 20 or 30 years, and they probably know that you have some emotional attachment to the home. So they might, let you know that, hey, we're going to do this as an Airbnb, or, we have someone, we're going to move into it. And then you find out later that they actually flipped the house. So they have no, fiduciary to you. They can tell you whatever it is that they need to get the property for themselves. So again, another reason why you just want to make sure you know what you're dealing with. If it's important to you to have, someone occupy the property, that's going to care for your home and love it the way you did, then, you probably want to market it to the masses. But really, it should come down to who's going to pay you the best price for your home and give you the terms that are going to work for you. And marketing it on the full MLS and being marketed by a real estate agent is going to give you those options. And sometimes an investor isn't going to be that person that's going to give you the best price. Sometimes they might be, but you don't know unless you actually put it out there and see everything that's available. Okay, so now let's talk about investor offers as they come over when you have your home listed on the market. So an investor offer, sometimes it might show that they're buying it cash. They may have buyers that they're purchasing cash for, and then they're going to fix it up and sell it to a buyer later. There are different avenues there that an investor might take. So what you want to be sure is that if it says cash, that it truly is cash. And sometimes I'll notice that it'll say cash, but then there's like a 30 or 45 day closing. So a cash deal should be able to close in about 7 days. So if it truly is a cash sale, as long as the HOA and the title company can get stuff done, which usually just within a week, it can close cash. So if you're seeing on a contract where it's a long closing, then there may be something else there that you haven't quite dug into. So again, you want to have an experienced real estate agent that's going to kind of look into that offer, make sure, okay, is this really cash or is this hard money loan that will be cash at closing? But hey folks, that's still a loan. So you still have an entity or a bank or a person that is loaning that money to the buyer. So people say all the time, oh, it's hard money, it's cash. It isn't cash until it's ready to close and it's wired to the title company. But that's the same as a loan from a regular bank. That's the same thing. So the difference is they may not have quite as many hoops to jump through because they're charging a higher interest rate and so forth, a bunch of costs to that buyer. But it still is a loan from one entity or person to the buyer. So there are still, other people making a decision on whether or not they're going to loan that money to that person. And sometimes they want to inspect the home and make sure it's a home that they want to lend their hard money on. So make sure you know the difference in all of that. It can get a little bit tricky, so just make sure that you have a great agent on your side, whether that's me or another agent. Just make sure you have someone representing you. This is a tricky market, and a lot of people think it's because it's a seller's market, we'll just go try and do it on our own, sell it to an investor, or do it for sale by owner. But the fallout rate has been pretty high here in the last few months, and there's buyer's remorse happening, and there's buyers that are making multiple offers on other homes. So you want to be sure that your agent is asking the right questions to protect you in the end, so that if you have an offer accepted, you have the best chance of getting that to the closing table. That's our goal. The money isn't yours until it's in your pocket. If you have any questions, feel free, call me, email me, text me. I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady. Have a great day. And I apologize here for the old hair. It's a little windy today, so I thought, let's throw that hair up and be done with it. So we got this weird little bun going on. So take care. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at eXp Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate.